Oh, right. It is September 12th, and it actually is. How about that? It's because I planned ahead. Crazy, I know. I did take a 3-hour nap because of long COVID, but back, say, April something, I ordered this ticket for this band that is playing a couple shows and got back together. You might have heard of it. And, of course, when I am inclined to occasionally buy a ticket, I was like, okay, hopefully in 6 months, or was it April, so like 5 months, I would hopefully finally be better from this chronic fatigue, but fortunately I'm not. But awesome stuff. An internet friend, and I met twice, at least in person that I can recall, is going to help me get to California and back tomorrow, so I'm planning ahead and prepared the list so I could just rest and record this when I can, and just a little bit earlier. So, yeah, I'm going to go see the Asphalt Crashers. You might have heard of them. But, speaking of ska, we got a new entry. We got a new entry for the theme song contest, which we're rounding the corner. Technically, I know I'm waiting for one more submission before I put up the poll. I know that it's in production and exists, so we'll see. But speaking of ska, we've got a really cool entry. I can't say this is the first time I listened to it, because they also linked to it over on Facebook and tagged both my accounts. So, but really, really cool. It's from Jeremy Wood and Gringo Bill, you might know from the band Authority Zero, OG members. They have a new band called Cero Viejo, and they put together this awesome theme. And it's, like I said, ska. So let's get a bit of listen, and here you go, Bill. Now you'll have a video of me dancing to your song. All right, let's listen. Okay, yeah. If I can skank around not knocking anything over.
From the punk pit to the ska skank lines, rockabilly nights in the indie signs. Cameras in hand, he's got a front row glow. Spotlight shining on every show, Joe.
This is awesome. And yeah, what a variety of sounds we've heard.
He makes nights in the hard to be fast. He's got the dates, so you better ask. From the dive bars to the big stage lights, he's calling you for the weekend nights. Every show Joe knows where to go. From the mosh to the mellow, every band that you should know.
See me do on here.
Every show Joe knows where to go. From the mosh to the mellow, every band that you should know. Every show Joe, every show Joe, every show Joe. I go to all the shows and bring you the highs and the lows. Every show Joe, every show Joe, every show Joe. I go. The brains of the Limit Club ride. Pizza Talk, Jack Terry Club Pride. Controllers kicking while the songs still flow. Laughs get louder with every show, Joe.
I'm just gonna dance.
Every show Joe knows where to go. From the mosh to the mellow, every band that you should know. Every show, Joe! I go to all of the shows and bring you the highs and the lows!
We got headbanging, yeah.
Every show, Joe! I go to all of the shows and bring you the highs and the lows! Retro games and punk rock frames, ska horns blasting and they're calling you names. He's rapping out the week's best show. Bookmark the words from every show, Joe!
Awesome. If it's not reflecting in my face, this is awesome.
Every JoJo knows where
Try not to build up too much of a sweat while we have the AC off for noise reasons. Back.
Every JoJo knows where to go. From the mosh to the mellow, every band that you should know. Every JoJo, every JoJo, every JoJo.
Sweet. Oh, let's put the image back up. So there you go. There is our latest submission. Again, from Cero Viejo. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Jeremy Wood and Gringo Bill. And I believe, is it Shoei on drums? Am I wrong? Am I right? Oh, anyways. Really, really cool stuff. This is going to be tough. And I've got to figure out, also, I'm going to have to figure out how to put together a way for you to hear each one if you're voting. Maybe I'll, because I wanted to put it as social media voting on like the Facebook and Instagram or Threads or whatever, and then combine them. But now I'm thinking maybe, I hate how algorithms will de-incentivize outside links. But one way to get you to hear it is putting up a page on my website with links to all these songs so you can hear them. Or maybe put together that free comp and put them on Bandcamp. Maybe that's the way. Well, I'll have to investigate that. Like I said, I'm still waiting for at least one submission. If anyone else has a submission they're working on, let me know, and I'll hang out a little longer. Excuse me. And I didn't put the water down. So, if I knew I was going to be skanking, I should have put water. But yeah, so, anyways, I guess I've got shows to tell you about this week before I head to California for a little bit. So, I guess we'll go with the entry of today and say, let's go.
From the punk pit to the Scotsgate lights, rockabilly nights in the indie signs. Cameras in head, he's got a front row glow. Spotlight shining on every JoJo.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Every Shoujo Says Go, where I'm always recommending shows that I think are awesome. I know I'm like leaning into this microphone that I'm hearing myself as a monitor. But where, of course, at least one artist, at least one musician is fucking awesome on one of these shows, and usually, as I say, every week. The lineups around them are always complimentary and also awesome, and just maybe just new to you, and that's even more cooler. Just the feeling of the discovery of a new band you've never heard of that maybe has existed for 3 years. Who knew? And you're like, oh my god, how did I just discover them? They're my new favorite band. And there you go. Then you're off running, buying all their merch, all their albums, all that fun stuff. But yeah, so there's that. And of course, as someone who has been dealing with long COVID over 3 months and 3 years and 2 months, there we go. Advocating for masking indoors. I'm going to bring my mask to the Dance Hall Crasher show, just as precaution, and I'm just happy to go. But yeah, especially as COVID is being seen at higher rates, especially in California. Here in Arizona, not as high based on sewage water treatment, but still take precaution. It helps make spaces more inclusive for immunocompromised friends. It helps make them more comfortable for immunocompromised friends. Helps make them more comfortable for even me, and lowers the spread of these viruses and the incubation time of these viruses if you're vaccinated, which apparently is controversial. Who knew? So, of course, advocating all that. If I haven't pissed you off yet, just wait. I apparently have entered my heel era. I've got ideas. I'm not gonna go John Cena. Sorry. Right? My heel on outside is a vision. Regardless. Of course. hopefully you like these videos, and if you do, be sure to express that also by hitting that like button wherever you're watching it, whether it's on Instagram, which right now is screenshots because they don't let me upload past a certain time limit, it seems, or something. I'm still figuring out what the issue is. It's let some through and some not. But regardless, like it wherever you're watching. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Threads, Blue Sky. I think that's it. Or if you're on my Patreon, you can also like it on there. And of course, if you're on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps me as those numbers go up, that they one day will give me the ad revenue that gets you like a 26th of a penny. Yeah, I know they pay great, but it's still something more than nothing. So try to strive for it, right? Feels like a weird metaphor for the upper class and lower class there, doesn't it? Oh, give me your scraps, please. But yeah, of course, be sure to hit that. And then the other thing is, because I don't have that, I do have a Patreon, patreon.com/everyshowjoe. You can support me there, patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Once again, I have a $1 tier, $5 tier, anything you want to help, I appreciate, and I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Hopefully that plays too hard. Knocking this. But yeah, thank you everyone that does support me on there already. You can do it for a month and cancel. That's fine. Anything you're willing to. I'm just so grateful that you're willing to support. It helps me with equipment and getting any new equipment and web hosting costs of the website that's behind me. All that stuff. So thank you guys so much. And like I borrowed from, well, I think every podcaster think of it like tipping or buying me like a beer or a soda or a water. I mean, I haven't had a beer since Christmas. And before that, it was a sample at Pumpkin Drublick. And before that, it was Christmas again. So I'm not really drinking it. I don't feel good enough. I don't feel like I should make myself feel worse if I'm already feeling like I've been drinking from just simple activity. So anyways, tangents. Be sure to support, though, patreon.com/everyshowjoe for those that are still wanting to know what that link is. So yeah, and then the other thing is, of course, go visit everyshowjoe.com. You can see my 1 year, 2 year, 3 year marks of highlighting what I've gone through, all the doctors, the specialists, everything in this trek to just find out what was going on with me. Since there's no tests for long COVID, it basically is a process of elimination of all known causes of chronic fatigue, so hence all those specialists. But yeah, you can see that all cataloged there. You can also find my photography work on there with writing behind why I think the bands that I took photos of were fucking awesome, at least in their moment. Some of them, yeah, things have changed on some of them, but you know, that's life. I have at least left them there intact in their time bubble of the moment before I knew information about things like that one Pittsburgh band. I don't need a name anymore. So, yeah. Other things to mention, of course, what is that awesome music you're hearing behind this week's episode? Well, that would be the new single from Overstand, Short Fuse State. Was a Puerto Rican Mike is also on the track with them for it. So, super, super cool. It's a single coming out as part of their full album next month, I believe it is, October. Go check out their stuff on Bandcamp. Go pre-order their new album on vinyl. Really, really, really cool. So go check them out. Overstand fucking rules. Another local kind of East Coast hardcore style band here. Some awesome dudes. And then, of course, as I like to promote and express every week, is fuck racism, fuck misogyny, sexism, fuck homophobia, transphobia. Things that are just hate masking. Well, they're just excuses masking hate. And they're somehow my stances tied to these have become controversial. If you're to further allude to these heel thing that I joked about, like, I don't understand how the views I hold on these and things that they support is somehow controversial to a section of our so-called seed. But regardless, that's tangent or discussion for another day, I guess. But regardless, let's do positive. Let's work on doing good and we'll start with some of the stuff that I have. You can find all these also on everyshowjo.com. And it's under the Get Involved section. I, at the top, have a link to the 5051 organization. They're the ones organizing the No Kings protest. There's going to be another one coming up here. So go check out the date and organization information for your city. Assuming most of you are from Phoenix, but regardless, some of you are not. And it's organizing around the country, so it's super cool. But yeah, they're organizing all the protests and stuff, which is awesome. I also have a link to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, PCRF.net, so you can go there and support and try to support against the starvation and the inhumane shit going on over there. We also got, of course, a link to the Abortion Fund of Arizona, as it's still under attack, even though it's been constitutionalized here in the state. They're trying to remove access to, on a federal level, to birth control and stuff. It is disgusting, and fuck that. And for those in the back, go ahead. We want to somehow equate that with vaccines. Health matters affect everyone around you. Their body, their choice, affects them and their health specifically. If you want to participate in this community, it is a good thing to vaccinate and take precautions to lower risks for everyone around you. That is taking care of one another. That has been my stressing point, and I can't believe it's controversial. Regardless, moving on. We also, of course, got links to Black Lives Matter, the Phoenix Metro one, me being out of there. Put Air in Action, another great organization, aiming to tear down things with racist things built in, and put up institutions and put up things in their place without that built in, which is awesome. We also got 1 in 10, great youth organization for LGBTQIA youth. We also got the ACLU link there. Yes, I like to just flash this. There we go, so we don't get the gloss. Oh, man, I've got this one. If you're curious. Overstand. That's that awesome music. But yeah, ACLU links on there. We got Stop Asian America's Under Hate organization on there. We got FirstNation.org for our indigenous. There's a link to Feed Phoenix, helping the homeless, working with our punk scene here in Phoenix. Punk Rock Saves Lives nationally for mental health, all that stuff. Like, got a bunch of great organizations to go support. They have activities and schedules if you want to go do stuff in person, or if you don't have the time, you can always still give them money and support too. So all positive things. And even if these aren't organizations you personally want to do, go find one that you do support and get involved. It's all awesome and great. Let's try to bring more positivity to this place, and stand up for everyone in our community, whether they're trans, whether they are gay, whether they are female, or their sexuality or their skin color. I can't believe I've somehow been controversial for taking stands for what I have the past about 2 weeks. Anyway, regardless, the other thing you want to know is how do I support my favorite bands, my favorite musicians. Oh, I just scooted over, did it? But yeah, one of my favorites, Crazy Brains. I do miss the xylophone, but there's still so much fun live, and I really do want to just keep moving. But yeah, go buy the merch. Go to that merch table. Go to that merch website. Go to even their Bandcamp. The Bandcamp still gives the artist 82% of what you pay. So keep that in mind if you want to add extra money to it. So that way they get a little more. That kind of stuff. But that's the way the bands make the most. They get the most out of it, is directly supporting them. So go do that. Of course, the most fun way, the way that I miss doing every week, as I say, even though I get out here occasionally, and moving further from Yucca has not helped my ability to feel good enough to make it there and back. But, you know, hopefully you guys are trying. So, of course, we start with tonight, the 12th. All times are Mountain Standard Time, because we don't do daylight savings here in Arizona. Weird, right? We got, of course, speaking of more ska, we got the Two-Tone Lizard Kings back in action with Mr. I, Mr. Mikado. We got Bocat, Torn of the Seam, and Sorry Jamie at Yucca Tap at 8 p.m. We got Kid Charlemagne and crew with Nat Gem, and more to be announced at the MySpace Phoenix, 7 p.m., which, again, that was awesome to see Brandon Gross and all mentioned about the COVID. All they've been doing and organizing for events and punk shows and everything over at MySpace Phoenix and other DIY venues. Was it Ola Crepes? And I know the Kingdom Boxing Gym, and there's one more escaping me, but I've added it to my bookmarks. I'm trying to, that way I can keep an eye on shows going to all these venues. It's awesome to see more younger DIY venues and bands performing and keeping punk going on. Super, super cool. But yeah, so 7 p.m. for that one. And we also got Linguist Largus at the R-Bar down in Tucson, if you're curious. And then also down in Tucson, we've got Thoughts on Bowling, Dear Cincinnati, Celebration Guns, which from here in Phoenix, and Judy Gloom at the Groundworks down there in Tucson, 7 p.m. Yes, you might notice, I guess I got it wrong on the wrong day. There's another event that's on Saturday. We'll get to that. And then, yeah, speaking of Saturday, we have a sad goodbye to one of my favorite locals. El Googly Diablo's got their farewell show with the Death Guilt and Knife Fight at Rips Bar, 9 p.m. on Saturday. We also got Bright Sunshine that comes recommended in what I've listened to is really cool, so they're on the list. Conflict Resolution and Tractor Company at Timeout Lounge, 8 p.m. Got Tyler Halverson with Wheelwright over the Dirty Drummer, 8 p.m. Got Foo Vana, if you can figure out, it's Foo Fighters, Nirvana Tribute. They're at Cactus Jack's, 8 p.m. Then down in Tucson, that one show I mentioned, I apparently got the wrong date, and I'm now wondering if I put something on here twice. We got Back to the School Jam Volume 1 Punk Fest, featuring unofficial Dan Bullets. Not the overthinking that I was thinking it was, but still, we'll keep it on this. A Distorted Strange Routine, South Desert Stompers, and Matt Darren at the Groundworks down in Tucson, 4 p.m. start. And then I have Linguist Largus on here again at the R-Bar on Saturday, so I'll have to figure that out and update the text list on my website and pinned on my Facebook. Then, though, let's get to Sunday. We have Cody and Cambria back with Taking Back Sunday at the Arizona, and Foxing at the Arizona Financial Theater, 6:30 p.m. We also got People Can Fly over at the Waste Grain, 8 p.m. Monday, we got a How to DIY workshop covering how to promote, organize, and host events with John Madcap and Mandy Galvin at MySpace Phoenix, 5 p.m. Once again, there is so much awesome going on at MySpace Phoenix. We also got Young the Giant down in Tucson with Cassandra Coleman at the Rialto Theater, 8 p.m. Tuesday, we got AJ O'Neill with Nick Noodle, Muglione, and Peach at MySpace Phoenix, 7 p.m. Pearl and the Oysters with Bummer Girl, Tango Suerte at the Valley Bar, 7:30 p.m. And 9 Inch Nails, that guy that composes the Tron soundtrack, right? That's how we now look at Tron. With Boys Noise at Phoenix PHX Arena, 7:30 p.m. As I went to the Mercury game and heard them say PHX Arena, I'm like, oh, so it's not Phoenix Arena? Fine. We got Wednesday, we got Anamana Gucci, and it just says we're special guests at the Nile Theater, 7 p.m. They are awesome. You may have heard them with Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and with the video game. They do kind of a rock chiptune hybrid, more rock, but still really good chiptune. And so they have a brand new album. Go check that out too. But they're going to be at the Nile Theater. We got Kaleo Wassman, Pepper, and Friends with Gabo, Fayuka, and Nito at the Rosetta Room, 7 p.m. there in Mesa. So really cool stuff. We got Trestles with Significant Others at the Rebel Lounge. That one is 8 p.m. And then Thursday, I'm guessing this is where everyone's going to be when it comes to punk rock. We've got Total Chaos back with the Havoc, TV Tragedy, and Asswipe Junkies at Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. Friday, though, we've got the return of the Freeze, kind of a local band at this point, with Blanche Davidian, Scorpion vs. Tarantula, and Sick in the Head at Chopper John's, 8 p.m. Oh, that is a fucking just banger of a show. I'm just going to say it. From start to end, you're going to have a blast. We're just going to say it. So make sure you're there early. We also got Slow Crush with Phaeton, Pure Hex, and Bite the Hand at Crescent Ballroom, 7 p.m. Got Within These Walls pre-show and car show featuring Lie, Get a Grip, Two Guns, Fortuna Malvada, and more at the Rosetta Room, 5 p.m. And we got After Nations with Weapon of Pride, The Living Receiver, and Dead Canyon. I think that's Yucca. I apparently did not put the venue here. I'm going to go with Yucca, and if not, I'll fix that. While you don't do this while you're tired. 8 p.m. though, for wherever that is being played. I will get that up and fixed and updated in the text versions. So, but there you go. Oh, Overdue. I made a note of it here. Overdue's the other DIY video. There you go. So, yeah, there you go. There is awesome bunch of shows to go check out this week. Definitely recommend it. Definitely share. Not just because I am living vicariously through you a lot now, right now. And I'm missing my water right now. But the other thing is because these bands will appreciate you sharing and spreading the word and telling the world how awesome they are. So go do it. Go share pictures, videos, whatever you have that you're just like, this band rules. Here's why. And there you go. And you will fucking love you for it. Of course, the other thing is have fun out there. If you're drinking, get a DD or ride share. And I guess that's it. I'm like here delaying myself to figure out if there's anything else I want to say. But yeah, until next week, guys, take care.